Good afternoon, welcome back. And I haven't forgot about the, well, I can't forget about them anyhow because the downloads come in, you know, when they come in. Part 2 on the power of words. No, I haven't forgot about it. It's there, downloading. But my twin flame journey has took a bit of a detour in the last few days, let's say. Yeah, the devil has tried to rear its ugly head again and detour us, disconnect us, separate us again from our twin flame journey. Not succeeded this time. The last separation, it succeeded. This separation, too strong. Far too strong. Our vibration's too high. It did, however, pierce and for a time get in between, you know, but no. We know too much now, you know, we're too healed for this bloody energy to keep getting in the pissing way. Yeah, the devil can, yeah. Not gonna swear. Sometimes I really want to, but you know, that's not me. Don't swear. I mean, we all swear now and then, don't we? That's just frustration and, you know, anger and all those lower energies that we feel inside us. It's just a release, isn't it, when you swear and you can let go. Yeah, and that's what brings me up to the detour on my journey. Now, if you're free following me, you'll know that I'm honest. Everything I speak of is the truth, you know, because there's no point. This what I do coming online takes a lot of energy and quite literally exhausts me. But I do it because it's my path, it's my calling. It's not a job, it's calling. It's different to a job. Yeah, the bloody devil strikes again. I'm used to it by now. But I let my guard down, and this is what takes me on to the automatic writing. What just come on? I've got my cards also, because I feel some cards are going to come through. Pulled the first one, and it's the devil. Yeah, I'm just going to. This will be a few parts. This is going to be a long one because this what I'm going to talk about. Not everyone's going to like it. But you know what? I'm at the point in my journey that I understand that. I'm not here for people to like. I'm a mirror. So I'm a mirror to show people what needs healing inside themselves. You know, I've had that mirror held up to me by my twin flame. I've held that mirror back to my twin flame. What needs healing in us, you know? Whether we judge or judge others and just what needs healing, our ego, all of that, you know, to balance that out. Don't get rid of the ego, you balance it. I'm just going to cleanse our space and, yeah, cleanse myself because bloody devil. Yeah. So this story, and it's not a story, it's a true story because everything I share with you is true. There's no point. I don't believe in making stories up. I ain't got time for that. No. This is true. This is my journey as we speak. This is 2026, Ellie's twin flame journey. The devil on a tail. Yeah, 8 years. Was it 29? When was it? When did I wake up? 8 years ago. Yeah, this energy, these energies, these lower energies, trying to stop me at every turn. I'm my twin flame. Why? Because our vibration is so high. when we come into union, in inner union in self, and union in this connection, fully, like fully union, not spits and spats, not runner chaser, not all of that, no, full union, fully understanding and not judging each other, and you know, healed inside ourselves. That is the main thing, that is the key. Heal inside yourself, you know, go in, do the inner work, and you heal. Then you heal this connection. But yeah, one word I've got, talking about words, because words, you know, the spell casting, very, very powerful. And yeah, drink, I'm drinking water. I'm drinking pure, high vibration elderflower and lemon water. I'm saying that specifically because I let my guard down, and I should have known better. And I could break into that song. Should have known better, but I trusted you. If you know me, I get messages from songs also. That's part of the twin flame journey. It's crazy, crazy ass journey. Like, yeah, it's not normal. But, you know, it is what it is. So drinking, I let my guard down. Because, you know, I've had a lot on my plate. 8 years carrying this connection. It feels like I'm carrying it all sometimes, you know, up against my twin flame, society, judgments from others, and having all the supernatural things going on, you know, connection to spirit, and also the gifts coming online more and more, upgrades happening. Yeah, I feel like the bloody matrix, you know, like downwards constantly. It's just part of my path. It's a lot. And I just wanted to, and I lost my mum 7 months ago, and she was my biggest cheerleader, you know. She never judged me, she never said, oh Ellie, I think you've lost the plot and I think you need to go to see the doctor. And no, she knew me. She always said I had a bigger purpose since being born. She knew that, and I know mothers say that, but she knew it, and she wasn't wrong. But yeah, I'll get to the automatic writing, but it's going to be a few parts to this, and I don't know how many, maybe 3 or 4, but it's going to be long, and it needs to be told, because that's what I'm here for, you know, to help others on this journey that is so confusing, so painful, so frustrating, so out of this blooming world. Like, that's what I'm here for. I signed up for this. This is my soul contract. To help others on this journey. A lot more besides, you know, but this is part of it. But yeah, I had to learn my lessons. This lesson, I am not repeating again. Why? It's far too dangerous. I let the devil in. I let these lower negative entities, and I will use the word entities into my high vibration vessel, my body. I let that happen. I let my guard down. And I was weakened, you know, and I'm a strong person. I'm a twin flame. I'm a strong person. I'm a warrior of the light. I've had to be. This journey, you have to be a warrior. You come out a warrior. If you don't go into it a warrior, which you are, you have all that inside you already. It's just you've forgotten that you're a warrior of the light. You're one of the 144. You chose, you know, that chosen frequency, that unconditional love frequency. All of that. You hold a lot of power inside of you. But yeah, one word, entities. Not drink. I bet you thought it was going to be drink, didn't you? No. That's what allowed this one word to pierce my auric field and to get me off guard, you know. Also my twin flame. So yeah, I've not really openly talked about my experience with this because I didn't think I was going to repeat it. So this lesson I thought I'd learned 4 years ago, just before me and my twin flame separated for the, what was the final time, the longest time, shall I say. I knew it wasn't going to be the final time because that seer in me knew it was going to return after we'd done the healing separately. Can't do the healing together, you have to go separate ways. But that was probably that nail, you know, that final nail in us going separating, you know. It needed to happen. But it put separation, let's put it that way, in our path. But it needed to happen now also. By the time, you know, I just thought I was cursed. I thought, oh my God, what is going on? This connection, just want my friends. I want to be able to go out with my friend and enjoy our nights out again and be normal. And nothing normal about this path since waking up has happened to me or my twin. But you know, I think we was just both searching for that normal friendship again. It wasn't meant to be. It happened for a reason. But in hindsight, you know, the safe hindsight is yeah, if you have hindsight it's good. But at that time I just thought, wow, I can't take any more of this journey. It's like, and I knew, you know, we had to separate. I knew that. That was 4 years ago. But since then, you know, my twin had returned, and just the other night, Saturday night, she asked, would you like to go out, Ellie? And the old Ellie would have been like, yeah, let's go, let's party, let's be like we used to, childhood friends and all of that. But this Ellie, after the healing, after this journey, after having that first experience, drinking, which I'll get back to the automatic right in the sea. Just very, very passionate about this subject because it's one that's not really talked about, because it's taboo, you know, like the twin flame journey, it's taboo. It's not normal. But when you're on it, you know you're on it. When you're experiencing these supernatural things, not so nice things also, yeah, you know you're on it. You know, this journey, you can't skip the dark parts of it, you know, and you can't skip the light. You know, you don't want to skip the light. The light's he gives, turning to you. So yeah, I'm gonna get back to the automatic writing. So on my twin flame spiritual path, you don't feel normal. The moment you wake up, normal is not a word in your vocabulary anymore. It's just not. The life you knew before, no. No, you're not going to have that life you knew before. I'm not going to sugarcoat it. That life you knew before, as much as you want it back, that's non-existent. You're moving into a newer version of you. Painful, confusing, frustrating. But once you get through it, you know that it's all been for a reason, you know. The lessons also. Very harsh lessons, may I add. So yeah, there's been times on my twin flame journey that you know, I've wanted to feel normal. I've wanted to go out. I've wanted to let my hair down. I've wanted to be that 47-year-old lady that's still got a bit of life inside her. I wanted to have fun. I wanted to just forget about this journey. I wanted to forget about the devil energies on this journey. I wanted to forget about the connection for some time. I wanted just to be normal. I wanted my normal friendship back. You know, if you follow me, my journey is of a long time childhood friendship. 37 years. I just wanted that normality back. I wanted to just laugh and dance and just be normal. Not to be. So yeah, it's pretty normal stuff, you know. If you're not on a twin flame journey, it's just pretty normal, isn't it? You're not asking for much. You just want to go out. You want to party. You want to have a good time. You want to let your hair down. Pretty normal. No, it's not. Not when you're a twin flame. Not when you're spiritually awakening. That normal that you had, that's gone. That is not returning. So the old Ellie did this a lot. Thought getting drunk was normal. You know, behaved not so normal. Sometimes also, you know, because drink can have effects on us, right? You know, it can the imbalances. Yeah, but that's the difference. The old Ellie had some sort of control. When she drank, the old Ellie had control. But what I noticed from the last time, 4 years ago, she had no control. None. It was like I switched from being who I am, all my angelic traits, caring, loving, kind, compassionate, my high vibration energy that I naturally have inside of me, angelic, switched, and I turned into this devil energy. And you know, the devil energy, it's guilt, it's shame, it's not so nice energy. It's dark, it's acting out things that you wouldn't normally do, you know. So yeah, total opposite. So yeah, we've all done this, haven't we? Yeah, we've all done this, and that might seem pretty normal to do that. You know, we all say, oh, I shouldn't have drank that, I drank way too much and I acted a bit of a fool. That's normal. What I did recognise is, because of all the other supernatural stuff going on and my connection to this connection and understanding it, being the intuitive one, the connection to spirit, it wasn't normal. I call it a spiritual hangover. I don't call it a hangover. It's a spiritual hangover. It's dangerous. And this is why I'm coming online today to talk about it. It's dangerous for us. And that's not to scare anybody, because, you know, I've been scared many times on this path with all the supernatural stuff going on. And that, at my tail, at my back, at the side of me, just every direction, trying to stop us, trying to separate us. But yeah, it needs to be talked about. The dark parts of this journey need to be talked about, because what happens if you don't talk about the dark? It keeps getting stronger, doesn't it? It keeps having power over us, it keeps silencing us. Well, I'm not here to be silenced, and I'm certainly not going to stay in the dark anymore, because part of my journey is to illuminate those shadows, that dark, to bring the light to people. And if I keep this part of my journey to myself, because out of shame, there's lower energies, shame, doubt, judgment, fear, what this devil energy thought was going to keep me in, bound me to it again, or I was going to slip back into what that old fear pattern and silence myself and feel all that shame of how I acted, and it was wrong. Because although it did have some control of me for I'd say about an hour of that night, luckily I also had two beautiful sons that are full of light, and the caring and the loving and the kind, and they love the mum, and they came to my rescue. And even they said, "Ma'am, that was not you." And I was like, I freaking know. And I said, and I'll let my guard down and I will never do it again. Never. So my boys came to my rescue, and I'm so lucky to have them. Because if not, I'd be on my own with this devil energy, and also my twin flame as well. She said, I've got nothing to forgive, Ellie. She goes, but you just don't drink anymore. I was like, no, I can't. I said, but I've explained a little bit of what I know, being the psychic medium I am, that it's not of the normal when we drink. You know, it's we're open to lower entities getting into our auric field. Basically, taking our vessel for a joyride, you know, for about an hour. Yeah, I must look like the devil. And yeah, I can laugh about it, but honestly, no, because I know that is not me. Just like I knew 4 years ago, that was not me, because of who I am. The old Ellie would have thought, oh God, she acted a twat last night. She was just drunk and she was off her head and da 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 da. No, yeah, I want to know better, you know. This Ellie, this version of me, this high vibration, angelic version, multidimensional, all of that, knows, twin flame, knows that that was not me. No excuses. I take full responsibility. That's part of this path, you know, is taking full responsibility for your actions. And then you can look, you know, your shadows. Yeah, saying taking full responsibility, you know, looking at your shadows, going into your shadows and healing them shadows. So I take full responsibility. But I also know it was this. And I know it was this because of this journey that I'm on. So yeah, let's just say Ellie's sat night for an hour was eventful. Will never be repeated again. That's twice this lesson has popped up for me. And you're going to get lessons on your twin flame journey. It's part of the path. Why? Your angelic team, your spirit team, are not doing it to put you in harm's way. They're doing it so you learn the lesson. Because if you don't learn your lessons, then how can I teach others about this path? I've got to go through it myself, and I have gone through it myself, and I'm still going through it. And that lesson, that was twice, I will not be repeating again. Every bottle is out of my house. I no alcohol in this house now. I mean, the thing is, the funny thing is, I've not drank for ages and ages because I knew how detrimental it is and how dangerous it is and how not normal it is for me to drink. None of my family, don't stop them drinking. They can do what they want. They're not on my soul path. They're not a twin flame. They're not targeted by this devil energy every step of their journey. Don't have to worry about that devil energy. They just have to worry about a hangover. Well, I don't. I have to worry about a lot more. And this connection, you know, being targeted. We're always targeted because of our light. So what happens? Let's get to what happens. I've wrote a lot more, but I'm going to come back on because this needs to be talked about. I'm fed up for hiding it now. So this devil energy and these lower entities, they've only succeeded in making me stronger. They've only succeeded in making our connection stronger because my twin flame hasn't ditched me. You know, she hasn't ghosted me. She hasn't done any of that this time around. Because she understands this connection more, because we've done more healing. And I've spoken about this connection. I didn't need to because she knew it anyhow. But obviously I'm the more intuitive, I'm the more in contact with spirit, you know. But we're both doing the healing. One heals, the other heals. That's what it is. But I'm a bit further ahead. So I understood that we had the devil on our tail way before my twin flame did. She understands that now. She understands when I act like that. That ain't me. That's this energy. We're targeted. Twin flames are. Because of our high vibration light, our unconditional love frequency, our DNA, our blueprint, what we hold inside us, what we've worked so hard, you know, to heal. She understands. This energy ain't me. I'm all about the light. We're all about the light. And yes, we do have shadow, but we do this journey to face those demons, those 7 demons, just like Mary Magdalene and Yeshua faced. They had to go into their 7 demons. They had to walk the same path to heal. You know, to balance that ego out. You don't get rid of the ego, you balance that ego. We need the ego. That's human. We need the human. We need the divine. But we don't need this devil. The devil can kiss my and my twin flames also. Because we're too high now. We're too connected in this union, you know. We're at that point also, and I know this because they tell me also, but you know, that the devil's threatened. The devil's threatened because I'm speaking our truth more. What happens? What happens to that lower energy when you speak your truth? Wow, just crumbles. So, you know, I'm glad that this happened to me. I'm glad that I had to learn this lesson the second time around, because it's made me stronger, and it's made me come online today and talk about it because of the downloads coming through us also. But yeah, it needs to be talked about, and this is one area I will talk about my journey. I've started writing my book also. Since that night, next day, I was like, well, give me a title, Spirit. I ain't even got a title to go on. Usually you're giving me some sort of golden nugget to follow. And then if you followed my last reading about words having power, there was a mirror me that came up, and I was walking my little dog Luna home, and these banes had choked mirror me on the pavement. And I knew it meant something, you know, and I thought, well, of course it means something. We're mirror souls. Twin flames are mirror souls. So I knew it meant something. And that was a journey. We'd usually go the opposite way around, but my dog sort of pulled me around that way and went a different way home. And that's the pavement that I came across. And, you know, Luna happened to stop for a treat literally at that spot. No coincidences on this path neither, you know. This devil energy, me going out with my twin flame Saturday night, was no coincidence. It was meant to happen. And it was meant to happen, so I learned the lesson twice. But I've learned it. And every drop of alcohol is out of this house now. Didn't drink for about a year anyhow, and I didn't even drink on holidays because I knew how dangerous it was. But I just wanted to feel normal. Just wanted that normality back for one hour, 2 hours, you know, and missing my mum and the pressure of this journey, and not feeling like everybody else around you, you know, your family, friends, society, knowing things that you shouldn't really know, and knowing this powerful energy we all hold inside us, puts you in a place of isolation, you know. You're on your own, you feel like you're on your own, yeah. But it happened for a reason, you know that saying, power of words. Everything happens for a reason. And yeah, although I looked a bit of a devil, nobody was hurt. My children was sent by my angels to guide me. You know, I know my angels work through my family and my friends also to protect me and to guide me. I know that. Another thing on this journey, you know. When you know, you know. When people ask me, how do you know? I'm like, When you know, you know. It's a knowing. But yeah, so what happens to your auric field? Well, it gets pierced. So, you know, we have, when you're high vibration, you have this barrier of light, this force field, I call it. It's your angelic force field. That gets pierced. You know, this light around you gets pierced. And alcohol lowers the energetic vibration. So my high vibration, literally what I've been working years and years for, would have been going, yeah, you know. So since Saturday night, I've cleansed, I've done all the salt baths, the saging, the crystals, the calling in, all of that, you know. Luckily I've got a spiritual toolkit that I armour myself with. One thing I didn't do that night though, and I don't know why, is I didn't, well I do know why, I didn't want to lose it, is that I have a talisman, and it's called Moldavite. Now, it took me quite a long time to raise my vibration high enough to wear this talisman, but I knew it was my talisman, and I knew it had returned to me to protect, you know, me. But I didn't wear it that night. Now, me and my twin flame have been out another night a few weeks back actually, but I had this on, and I had crystals in my handbag, and I was protected. But I didn't have no crystals on me that night. I didn't have no high vibration force field protecting me, so I let my guard down. Stupid of me, it was. But I just wanted to feel normal. I didn't want to have crystals on me one night. I didn't, just wanted that normality of the weight that I carry on this path for 8 years. Not just for me, but for my healing, twin flames healing, my ancestors healing. All of that, I've discovered lots and lots more coming in with this upgrade since the fire horse, that I've been healing my ancestors' wounds, the witch wounds, which is another reading in itself that I've got waiting. I've already done the automatic writing, and that's what it's like. It's like I'm the bloody matrix, and these downloads just get funneling in. That's pressure. Even the most normal of person is going to burst under that pressure, you know. It's like this dam. Yeah, Hoover Dam. Put so much pressure on anything, and it's going to burst open. That's what happened to me that night. I burst open. And I became the devil. But not for long. Because I've done so much work, so is my twin flame. But yeah, so the alcohol lowers energetic vibration opposite of a twin flame vibration. Yeah. We hold the vibration of angelic light. That's high vibration, you know. We are unconditional love in all its form. The highest of power is unconditional love. You don't get any higher than unconditional love frequency. You get lower, which is the devil energy, but the highest is unconditional love. That's what the devil tries to stop. Why? Because he knows that once we, you know, we understand, we hold this inside us, that dam's ready to bust. What happens if the dam busts? You wash away all the dark. Doesn't have no power anymore. It's got nothing to grip onto, has it? It's too busy being washed away. Yeah, so it reduces your defences. Alcohol, you know, yeah, my defences was down. I let my guard down. Stupid, I was stupid. Take full responsibility. I'll never do it again. It's too dangerous for twin flames. It's too dangerous for anyone on a spiritual awakening path. That's not to scare anybody. I'm here to help people. But yeah, I had to learn this lesson. My spirit guides let me learn this lesson, but I was protected also. I know that. I was not. Also, my twin flame protected me, stepped in, fully protected me. And yeah. So yeah, it makes it easier for negative energy, entities. I'm going to use the word. Now I used to skate around that word, but no, we have dark. It is a spiritual warfare is going on. It's been going on for eons, centuries, since Yeshua, Mary Magdalene time. Spiritual warfare. The dark hiding the Christ light consciousness in all of us. Taking the voices. Because this power, divine feminine energy, divine masculine energy, Christ light consciousness is powerful. And when we know that power, this has no chance. And yeah, I'm an ancient soul. And why? How do I know this? Because I'm ancient. I've had many, many lifetimes. I was high priestess, Mary Magdalene Rose Path. That's how I know this sacred knowledge. I'm meant to know it for this timeline to help others. So yeah, you have no control, you know, so your auric field gets pierced, and then lower devil energies, entities can attach themselves then to your vessel and then take you for a little joyride, make you look like an absolute loon. And I did. And I know that that is not me because of the path that I'm on. But for me to speak that out loud to people, they'll think, just making excuses, you was just drunk. No, it's different. Spiritual awakening and twin flame is different for us. And I should have known better. Again, that song, should have known better. I should. And I do know better now. And I'll never make that mistake again. Learn that lesson. Learn lessons on this journey. It's part of it. So, yeah, to take control of your physical vessel. Negative emotions, fear, guilt, shame. To try to instill that into you, you know. It lasted for me for about an hour. But because I know this journey, and I know I let my guard down, I didn't have my talisman on me, on Moldavite. My holy grail, I call it. It's my holy grail. Didn't have this on me. Yeah, my vibration was weakened. But as soon as I got home, you know, I did everything right. Got my spiritual toolkit out. Sage, cleanse, salt bath, talisman on. Black tourmaline, you know, meditation, high vibration things. Smoothie, ate right, drank loads of water, cleansed my system. Yeah, the frequencies raising, you know, went for walks, all of that. Didn't let this devil energy keep me down that long, you know. I didn't let the shame, didn't let the guilt, didn't let all those negative emotions that I've been through on this journey knock me back. Because then this devil energy would have succeeded again. And come hello high water, I will not be thrown back into that energy again. Could try though, didn't succeed. But have I learnt my lesson? Yes, I have. Never again. So, disruption, yeah, we're targeted because of our light. Twin flames hold such a powerful DNA, 12-strand DNA. Yeah, we hold the 12-strand DNA, unconditional love. We hold that inside of us. That's powerful. We're ancient souls. That's powerful because all this sacred knowledge we hold inside us. We know that every one of us holds this inside. So yeah, so I've so lesson learned. Yeah, twice is enough. I have to choose other ways to feel normal. Yeah, which I did, you know, for many, many years. I've kept in, I've been isolated, I've done the work, I've done the healing, I've kept to myself, I've said no, I'm not going out, I don't want to drink, I can't stand drink. I've said all of that for many, many years, and just for one night I wanted to be normal because the pressure was getting too much for me, you know. But I know that I'm not normal, and you know what? That's okay too. Because in this world, who needs normal? We don't need the normal. We need the ones that are willing to think outside the box, willing to go the extra mile for others, not think of themselves. I'm not thinking of myself when I come on here. I'm not gaining anything from it. We need that unconditional love. I'm giving this knowledge out to others to help them on their journey, because although you're going to learn lessons on your own, you have to. That's part of finding your strength, part of finding voice is learning your lessons. But I also know, you know, that I'm here to guide others to make those lessons a bit more smoother, you know. So, yeah. Very, very eventful detour on my journey. And if you caught me other readings, it's about detours. We have many, many detours on this journey. But I'm going to speak more about this. I won't call it a subject, but I'll just call it part of this path, you know, because it is. But some good things came out of these lessons too. I started writing my book, which I'm really excited about, because I've been getting book for years coming through. But I wasn't ready, you know, my vibration wasn't high enough. Didn't have that, wasn't ready, wasn't divine timing. But 2026 is. Don't know if it's going to be published in 2026, but it's going to be written. I'm writing it. I'm writing it now. You know, the power of words, power of that sacred knowledge. Others need to hear it. It's time. We're living in different times now, and this knowledge is. The time is now. Yeah, the time is now. The return, you know. Look around. There's women returning. There's women remembering Mary Magdalene. The voice of Mary Magdalene returning through women all over the world. Why is that? Yeshua. It's also returning. Why is that? Because it's time for balance, you know. It's time for that union, that divine feminine, divine masculine union. Then what does that create? Christ-like consciousness. What we all hold inside. First you've got to do the work and learn the lessons. Maybe have a few drinks along the way and learn the lessons. But yeah. I'm sticking to elderflower and lemon water. I'm going to come back on. I'm going to do part 2 of, where's my judgment. Yeah, I thought I was going to get judged, but surprisingly I didn't, you know. I didn't get judged for this devil energy. My kids and my partner and my twin flame. I think I'm starting to understand more about my path and the pressures of my path. And only earlier my sister, she was like, wow, that's a lot, Ellie, to carry. Yeah, it's a lot I have to carry. You know, not just for me, but my ancestors also. I'm healing my ancestors' line. I said I've healed it. The witch wound on my mother's line. But it's a lot. And I just wanted to be normal, but I'm not normal. There's nothing wrong with that, you know now. Don't want to be normal. No, thank you. Choose this path. And I choose my mission. And I choose my twin flame connection. I choose humanity, and I choose to help others. Yeah, unconditional love. Choose that. So, yeah, elderflower and water for me now, and that's the limit. So I'm going to leave it there. Yeah, this feels a bit more high vibration than my other videos. got the devil to thank, because I'm like that boomerang, you know. I keep getting thrown, and I'll come back, but I'll come back with more strength and more power and more determination. Yeah. Once you've been through what you go through on this path, the dark night of the soul, the Kundalini rising, the judgments, all of that, which is my next reading, judgment. Yeah, you just bounce back. You just, is that it? Is that all you've got, devil? Is that it? Is that the best you can do? Right, going to go. Somebody's at the door, so that's my cue to go, and I'll speak soon.